because there's one thing outside Salah and then there's another thing inside Salah. So the attire of a woman in her Salah. And the scholars have agreed, there's no exception. Listen to this. The scholars have agreed, with no exception, that a woman in her Salah has to cover all of her body, an exception of the face and the hands, only, not the feet, only the face and the hands. Whether she's praying in public or in her room while the lights are dark or turned off. Even if she's in the midst of darkness, she still has to cover for her prayers. And they all agreed, all of them. Let me emphasize, all of them, that if a portion of a woman's hair is shown, and she knows it, or she didn't take the appropriate precaution to make sure that her hair doesn't show, or her arms, or anything of her neck and chest, or feet show, and she knows it, and she didn't try to cover it, then her salah is not accepted. Whether you are a follower of Abu Hanifa, or a Shafi'i, or Malik, anyone from Morocco, or Algeria, or Imam Ahmed, all of our schools of thought, you see how serious this is? It's not a joke. There's one thing that she doesn't wear her hijab outside Salah, but in Salah, it has conditions. Just like some of the men, they need to pay attention to that. If you are in your Salah, and something of you show below your belly button, like the back, lower of your back, or your thighs, then your Salah is not accepted. I noticed some of the brothers do that in the masjid. They will have a short sweater, or a sweater that's not long enough, and then when they go down to do their ruku' or their sujood, the lower portion of their back is exposed. Now, if it accidentally shows, and he had tried to cover, just like she had tried, then it is excused for their, unawareness of it. But if they had not done what it needs to be done to cover that, brother, your salah is not accepted. I see this almost every single day in our masajids. Almost every single day. You come to salah, you did the effort, but then your lower back showed. Or you come and pray with shorts, but the shorts are not long enough. And when I mean long enough, not while you're standing, but when you're doing your julus, sitting down, it goes up. You got to make sure that it doesn't go up. Or when you do your sujood, it lifts up from the back. Then your lower thighs, bottom of your thighs, show. You are not praying at this moment. You understand what I'm saying here? So let me repeat. Any sister that shows a part of her body that is not allowed to be shown, for example, hair, arms, feet, not legs, feet, neck, or whatever, or her clothes are see-through, where the color of her skin can be seen, then her salah is not accepted. Her salah is not valid. It's like doing salah without wudu. Imagine you doing salah without wudu. Is it accepted? A woman came to the Rasul ﷺ and she said, Ya Rasulullah, what if my feet shows. He said, lengthen your garment, a hand length, hand length. She said, what if it still shows? He said, then an arm length. So if she needs to have an arm length to make sure that it doesn't, because sometimes if she has a little extra stomach, it will lift up in the back when she does her sujood, her ruku'. Then she needs to make it an arm length. Now there is a weak opinion for some of the scholars. They said if the bottom of the feet show, it's okay. But nobody said the top of the feet. Nobody. Not one.